It's the bit you've all been waiting for! So, over the years, there's been a lot of requests for a video like this. A Q&A with me, Brenda. So this is an opportunity for you to get your questions in and to get to know me a little bit better. So without further ado, let's crack on with the questions. So the first question is, has Brenda ever had a good relationship with her mother-in-law? Nope. From the moment I met her, she was a right bitch to me. Gave me loads of attitude, nothing's ever right, always complaining. She's come from loads of failed marriages, but still has the audacity to judge others. She just not fucking moaning, acting like a shit don't stink. Got your number, Lillian. And I was only nice to you because of Barrett. So the answer's no. My mum hates her and all. She nearly punched her once. Can you imagine that? Two old biddies fighting. My mum would kill her. So the next question is this. When did you meet Beverly? And if it was at school, what mischief did the pair of you get up to? So, this is a good one, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a surprise to you. Beverly is from down south. She's actually from London, yeah. She moved round here about 10 years ago. When I first met her, I didn't like her. She had a face like a slapped ass, so I kept well away from her. And one of the other neighbours said they'd been in her house, and it was a bleeding mess. She lives in one of the flats at the end of our street. So, you know, she used to go to bingo. I never said anything, sometimes give her a little bit of side eye. I just thought, you never smile. So anyway, one day, I lost my bastard purse, didn't I? I had 100 quid in cash in it, and a photograph of me kids. Never gonna see that again. Anyway, I get a knock at the bleeding door, don't I? And it's Beverly. She found me purse on the street and gave it back. 100 quid. And we've been friends ever since. I've even gone into that flat of hers and gutted it. Aside of the whole place, she's a good in that one. Loyal to the core, and she can fucking throw a punch and all. So yeah, Beverly's not from my school. She's from down south. But I'll let that one go. Don't judge a book by its cover. So the next question is this. What's Brenda's best piece of parenting advice? Well, don't take no shit. Show them who's boss. The last thing you need to do is let them kids know that you're weak. The moment they see a crack, they climb through it and they'll never come out. So just stand your ground. The best thing you can do is be stubborn. Never mind the naughties there. I do all the bleeding toys. Show them that they don't get rewarded for bad behaviour. But at the same time, have a laugh with them. I know some people are not that way inclined. But if they see a smile on your face, they know that you're not a moody cow. Reward them for good behaviour. Make sure they know that nothing comes for free. Bribe them. Get them doing chores. And most of all, teach them some bleeding respect. I mean, my kids are annoying, but they know when not to mess with me. When I'm good, I'm good. But when you piss me off, I don't care who you are, I'm gonna make you wish you'd never got out of bed. That's just me though. Super nanny you. I'm enjoying this, me. Oh, this is a good one. How many cheeky drinkies before you start dancing around the room? It doesn't take much, love. I'm usually a bit tingly after the first glass. I can get drunk after half a bottle, but I still carry on. And dancing, I can dance at any point. I don't need a drink. Do you know what though? I fucking miss dancing. I do, don't you? I just miss having a bit of a dance in a pub after a couple of drinks. Just miss it. All I dance to now is a theme tune with bleeding Coronation Street, Emmerdale or bleeding EastEnders. It's just not the same. I just basically want to get pissed and dance the night away. Brenda, what do you think of homeschooling? I fucking hate it. Absolutely hate it. I don't remember doing that much at school myself, so I don't know where all this bleeding work's come from. And that's all I have to say about that. Sorry if you're a teacher, but I hate it. I hate it! I've got no patience for it. My kids are annoying. Would you consider speed dating? No. No. Couldn't be asked. Sell yourself in 5 minutes. Get me a drink. And then I'll think about it. Here's one. If Barrett and Catchick Carol got wed, would Brenda go to the wedding and reception if it's a free bar? Listen, she's been sniffing around and I'm sure she's going to keep on going until she gets a response. And if it did get that far to a bleeding wedding, yes, I would go. I would go halfway through the vows in a fucking amazing wedding dress, turn up late and squeeze up next to the bride's bleeding mother. Job done. I do. So that's answered that one. Don't get me wound up, because I'm going to twat her one of these days. What does Brenda think about these government food packages for kids off school? Fucking disgraceful. The things that I've seen on that news. Oliver Twister's got bleeding more. You got a bleeding cheek. What are they going to do with free potatoes? What are they going to do with half a carrot? You don't even give half a carrot to a bleeding horse. You really need to think about that one a lot. 30 quid that cost. The thing that I saw cost 6 bleeding quid. So I don't know who's doing the bleeding shopping. Don't get me started. Brenda, what's the first thing you're gonna do when the restrictions are lifted, I'm going to drop the kids off to Barrett. I'm going to head to Primark and take loads of stuff back. I'm going to go to the fucking pub and I'm not coming home till I spent all my money. All of it. What's the worst thing Barrett has ever done to you? Where do I bleed and start? You'd think I was round the bend for putting up with half the things that I did with Barrett. Well, let me tell you one anyway. So one day, he said he was going to the pub while I was pregnant with our Callum. He went out at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, didn't phone, didn't reply to any of my messages. He didn't come home all night. I didn't know where he was. Then I get a text the next day saying that he'd stayed at Desi's and he's lost his keys, so he'll be home soon. So I packed a bag, I locked all the house up, and I stayed at my mum's. I didn't answer none of his texts. It was pissing down with rain and he was knocking for a good 4 hours. One thing you need to know about me is that what you do to me, I'll get you back for. And if I don't, karma will. My mum told me to leave him, but I didn't. Not while I was bleeding pregnant. I'm not doing that on my own. Next question. How did Barry propose? Let's get one thing clear. Barry proposed because he had to. I was pregnant. And do you know where he proposed? Outside of the bleeding off license. One side of me was a tramp. I'd pissed down him in a bottle of cider. And the other side, there was a human poo. And I could tell it was human. It was massive. He went, will you marry me? In the doorway, while people were coming in and out, he had a ring out of the box. So I thought, you've nicked that. Like I said, I was pregnant, so I said yeah. Next day, I had his mum knocking at the bleeding door saying someone's been in a jewellery and her rings have gone. Looked at my hand and said, I dropped it. I said, me? Listen, love, your son proposed to me in a doorway with human shit in a tramp. I said, I don't think so. I said, you can have it back. Don't want anything of it. So I gave it back, we got married, and that's the end of the story. I know, mistake. Here's another one. If you were an animal, what animal would it be? I'd be a killer whale. No one can fuck with them. They eat everything. They kill everyone. That'd be me. An angry fish. What kind of music do you like? Disco. I love a little bit of disco. Bit of ABBA, bit of Donna Summer, bit of Gloria Gaynor. What? But then, if I'm in the house, I love a bit of Motown. Get that 50s on. Something that you can really polish to a beat. Do run, 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 do run. That kind of stuff. What song makes you get up and dance as soon as you hear it? By Beyonce. Everyone loves Beyonce. But that song, especially if I'm pissed, makes me dance the most. Ooh, you can dance. You can jive. Dancing Queen by ABBA. I don't care where I am. I might as well be in Asda. I'm always dancing to that, mate. Song of the bleeding century, that. And that's it. God, that was fun, wasn't it? So, I'm going to do another one of them, I think. Part 2. There was loads of questions that I didn't answer. Thanks a lot, guys. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care.